this PowerPoint will be uploaded to you to Moodle. In some pages there will be more details. Okay. Okay, so first of all, you will have two sections. Okay, section A is of MCQ, section B is for SAQ, and this time you need to answer all questions. And also, don't forget some of the topics we have covered in the early moments, such as limb flexors and also muscles of the head, okay, which are actually included in the examination. Okay, so anyway, these are the natural topics that will be covered in the examination from L10 to L26. Okay. Okay, so for the muscle of head, what you really need to know, is that so for the skull muscle and facial muscle, you need to not only the specific functions, you also need to know the approximate locations. Okay, but for the muscle of eye orbit and other muscles such as intrinsic eye muscles, you just need to know about the specific functions. Okay, and moreover, we have mentioned 6 extrinsic eye muscles. Okay, but actually this is just for talking about which cranial nerve will move the eye in which directions. Okay, for the specific functions for cranial nerve 3, 4, and 6, I will cover later. Okay. Okay, so for the limb flexors and nerve injuries, okay, so these are some of the areas you really need to know about. Okay, 我哋會唔會再特登考 muscle 啫？唔會嘅。Okay. Okay, so origin. Okay. For example, ulnar nerve, radial nerve. Okay, can you tell me either they're coming from lateral or posterior cord or the medial cord? Okay. And also, why do we need to know about the sensory function and motor function? Because when the nerve is injured, you can expect that the sensory function, motor function will be lost. Okay. And also, how can we, so moreover, what about the major concerns? Okay, so such as here, if the posterior elbow, okay, such as the medial epicondyle is damaged, then the ulnar nerve will be damaged, and then all the nerve responsible for sensory function, motor function will be gone. Okay, such as what you can see in your lectures, okay, which is right here. Okay, ulnar. Okay. Okay, so this what happened to the ulnar nerve injury. Okay, you can see there is some core hand deformity. Okay, and also loss of abduction in the fingers other than the thumbs. Okay, and moreover in the little fingers. Okay, no matter there is palmar region or dorsal regions, the little finger will lose the sensation. Okay. Okay. So anyway, this part summary table will also be uploaded to the PowerPoint. Okay. Other than ulnar nerve, another area I want to draw your attention is the radial nerve injury. Okay. So for this part, the injury will be more complicated because the response or the outcome will depends on which region will be damaged. Okay. If the damage is above elbow, okay, all the functions we have seen for the radial nerve will be gone. Okay, but if the injury involves above wrist or at the wrist region, okay, then there will be different outcomes for the injury. Especially you can see here, if the injury is located at wrist, you just lost the sensation, but the motor function of the radial nerve is actually keeping intact. Okay, because for the extension of the fingers or extension of the wrist, okay, the job is located on the posterior forearm muscles. Okay, 即係令到嗰個嘅手腕 extension 手指有 extension 嘅話，其實有啲肌肉控制係 posterior forearm muscles 嘅。Okay, alright, so that's why in the wrist, okay, if it is injured in this location, there will be just sensation loss, but there will be no motor response loss. Okay. Alright, this one is the special sense, especially the visual field. A lot of questions are received through the email. Okay, so actually, you just need to have two important messages. Is that okay? So you can see the temporal retina can do what? Can perceive the nasal field. Okay, so for the day or for the examination, this is some of the quick message. Okay, the temporal retina only perceive the nasal field。係咪一定要記得 contralateral 咧？其實 唔需要嘅。Okay, alright, okay. Anyway, this PowerPoint will also be uploaded. Okay, alright. So what else? The optic nerve of this temporal retina will go intellectually to optic tract and also the visual cortex. Okay, so this is the first quick message. Okay, the second quick message is that now it goes to the nasal retina. Okay, here you can see the nasal retina can have more visual field, not only nasal but also temporal. But the quick message is that the nasal retina would perceive the ipsilateral temporal field. Okay. All right. The purpose is to help you to understand some of the outcome in some visual defects. Okay. So after you know nasal retina can perceive the ipsilateral temporal field, then what about the optic nerve? The optic nerve or optic neuron of this nasal retina will go contralaterally to the other side, optic tract, and also other side, visual cortex. Okay, so what else? Here we can talk about some of the important visual defects, such as here you can see bitemporal visual defects. Bitemporal means that the left temporal field and also the right temporal field cannot be perceived by this person. So here you can see because of the damage of the optic chiasm, which nasal retina can no longer function. Here, because of the damage of the optic chiasm, what you can see is that the nasal retina cannot function. What is only function is the temporal retina. Temporal retina, as we mentioned before, it can only perceive the nasal field. So this page, so this line actually implies that the person, because of the optic chiasm damage, all they can perceive is the nasal field. And because of this, there will be damage or defect in the bitemporal visual defect. So which visual defect should draw your attention? So there are two major areas, such as if the person is having damage in optic tract or in visual cortex, but what is the visual defect you can expect? 無論係 optic tract 嘅 damage 或者係 visual cortex damage 其實個表現都一樣嘅啫。Because here you can see that optic tract, and then the visual cortex actually share the similar visual pathway. So that's why no matter you have the damage on the optic tract or you have the damage on the visual cortex, then the outcome will be the same. The other visual defect you need to expect is that what about the damage of the optic chiasm? What about and can you expect the difference for the visual defect? So moreover, the visual defect, given that it is quite complicated for you. So this part will not be examined in some of the large area. So hopefully if you know what happened to the damage of the optic tract, what happened to the optic chiasm, then you will know in brief about the visual defect. So for the expression senses other than the visual defect, you also need to know how to assess the difference in the hearing loss. Actually, we have two differences, sensory neural and the conductive. 我哋有乜嘢嘅方法去知道咧？究竟嗰個人係 sensory 定係 conductive 咧？Actually, we use air conduction and also the bone conduction to differentiate between sensory and conductive. Moreover, even though in the sensory neural hearing loss case, the response will be different. If the person have damage in optic cortex, the response will be different. Moreover, if the person only have the damage in the inner ear or in the CN8, the response for the sensory hearing loss will also be different from those damage in the auditory cortex. 咁即係話，如果嗰個人係嗰個大腦有時嗰個 response 或者嗰個 hearing loss 嗰個表現咧，
同埋咧 inner ear 嘅 damage 係好唔同嘅。Okay, so so as we have mentioned before, we have two quick messages, right? Okay, here you can see, the left eye will have the temporal visual defect, the right eye will have the nasal visual defect. Can we use these two quick messages to locate which region will have the damage? Okay, 咁啦，呢個嘅如果左眼啦，左眼係咪咧 temporal visual defect 啊 ？OK， 咁 temporal visual defect 係乜嘢嘅 retina 去 perceive 咧 ？So here because of the message we have mentioned, nasal retina perceive the temporal view is up. And then the nasal retina will have the neurons go to contralateral optic tract. 咁所以咧，如果係 left eye temporal visual defect 嘅話咧，應該係 contralateral 嘅 optic tract 啦，應該係 right optic tract 啦。So here because of the here if you remember these two quick message and then you will figure out if you are given if you're given with some of the certain kind of the visual defects, you will then locate which part will be damaged. Also, if you can, also here, right eye nasal visual defect. Temporal retina perceive the nasal field, and then the optic neuron for this temporal retina will go to ipsilateral optic tract. 右眼如果佢睇唔到呢個嘅nasal field 嘅話咧，右眼嘅邊個 retina 係睇翻個 nasal field 啦，temporal retina，and then the temporal retina goes to ipsilateral optic tract。咁應該係講緊右邊嘅 optic tract 係有問題嘅。So even though you refer to this quick message, you can still draw to the same conclusion that this person will have the damage in the right optic tract. So this is a page to show how the sensory neural hearing will be different from the conductive hearing based on what we have understand about the air conduction and the bone conductions. 咁啊平時咧even though in the normal situation air conduction will be louder, bone conduction will be softer. Here with the sensory hearing loss, then the air conduction will still be louder than the bone conduction. 咁但係如果有 conduction 嘅問題嘅話咧 ，however for those with the conductive hearing loss, then the person will tell you that the sound coming from bone conduction is actually louder than the sound coming from the air conduction. So this is how we can differentiate between sensory hearing loss and conductive hearing loss. So now move on to the cranial nerve. So first of all, which two nerve are buddies? 其實9同10咧係大部分嘅位置咧都係黐埋一齊嘅。咁所以如果係9有問題嘅話咧，咁其實10咧通常都有個 damage 啦。And then how to observe CN3, 4, and 6 injury? Let's say when a person is looking straight at you, how is the eyeball position is deviated? Actually, we are talking about this page. Here you can see we are using right eye for the example. If the right eye has having the problem in CN3, CN4, and CN6, you can see that the eyeball position will be deviated, such as here you can see right CN3 damage, then the right eye will be abducted and then depressed. CN4 damage in the right eye, then the eyeball will be elevated and slightly abducted. Also, some questions focus on the CN4 functions. Actually, these functions of the cranial nerve will have different response. When the person tries to move the eyeball from the central position, and also when the eyeball is already abducted. So maybe you still have no idea. What about I give you this page? Again, do we need to remember the direction for each extrinsic eye muscle? No need. You just need to know that how the direction of the eyeball movement is depending on which cranial nerve. So here you can see how many directions. 8 directions. brief message is that you only need to know how the eyeball is directed based on CN6, and also how the eyeball is directed by CN4, and then the rest of the movements will be dependent on CN3。記得6同埋4，點樣可以由central position 啦，移動去到某一個位置嘅話咧，佢其他嘅方向咧都係 CN3。OK 啦，6就係 A1 4嘅話咧 CN4 the eyeball will be moving from central position to depressed to become depressed and become abducted. This direction from the central position will depending on CN4。好啦，咁所以如果嗰個人咧係有 CN4 嘅 damage 嘅話咧，right eye 咧就會發咗上去啦 ，being elevated 啦。因為如果呢個方向冇咗嘅話咧，嗰個右眼就會反方向咁行嘅。right eye will be elevated and then become elevated and slightly abducted。好啦，如果你同佢做一啲嘅gaze position test 嘅話咧，當嗰個人係你叫佢係望中間嘅位置 ，so when you tell the person to move your right eye to get abducted， 喺一個 abducted 嘅狀態，跟住再叫嗰個人咧係將個 right eye depress 嘅話咧，呢個時間咧，呢個嘅方向咧反而係會用 CN4 嘅。So these two parts, you need to know how the CN4 will function differently when the eyeball movement is coming from central position, and how the CN4 can also function differently when you are doing some gaze position test. OK， 咁如果係用 CN4 為例啦 ，CN4 如果你叫佢直望你嘅話咧 ，right eye 就會 elevated and slightly abducted。咁但係你叫佢做一啲嘅 gaze position test 嘅話咧，當嗰個人係將隻右眼咧進行 abduction 嘅話咧，其實你再叫佢咧係將嗰隻右眼咧移落去進行 depression 嘅話，佢係做唔到嘅，佢仍然停留喺呢個位置。Because of the CN4 damage, then his right eye cannot move down, just stays in this position. Okay, so other than the eyeball movement, other brain nerve will also have some other functions, and this is typical for you to quickly refer, such as if there's some damage in CN5, which function will be lost, and such as here you can see facial sensation, mastication will be lost, or if the person is having damage in the CN9 and CN9 and CN10, which function will be gone? One of the functions which has been lost will be the gap reflex. 咁亦都可以有咩嘅function loss 除咗 gap reflex 之外咧，如果9同10都唔見咗嘅話咧，即係冇咗 function 嘅話，可能亦都影響到 swallowing 嘅。So this table just help you to quickly refer which function will be lost based on which cranial nerve damage. Okay, so moreover, for CN10 injury and CN12 injury, what else? Also, you will need to know which part of the palatine will be deviated, such as you can see right CN9 or 10 injury, and then there will be asymmetric rise of the palatine. 個右邊嘅 palatine 係升唔到嘅 ，only the left will be rising, and then the revolver here you can see will be deviated to the unaffected side. 如果係右邊嘅 damage 嘅話咧 ，this revolver will be deviated into left hand side. And also, if this one is having, the deviation when you tell the patient to pull out the tongue, based on this response, can you tell which CN12 will be injured? Is it left or right? CN12 injury. Okay, so at last we can talk about the neurodegenerative disease. Okay, such as we have mentioned two examples, right? Parkinson disease and Huntington. Okay, 咁 Parkinson 咧，咁其實當時就 mention 過一啲嘅intellectual property 啊，或者係 executive property 嘅，咁但係基本上只話得佢聽嘅，其實係邊一 part 係 degenerate 咗啦，咁令到邊一種嘅 neurotransmitter 低咗就 OK 啦。So some of the basic pathological reasons such as which region will be degenerated and then which neurotransmitter will be deficient. Okay, and also how is the brain morphology changed. Okay. 咁邊一 part 就會少咗咧，或者係令咁樣嘅情況底下咧，因為 degeneration 啦，會唔會令到 ventricle 真係會變咗嘅 ？Okay. And also how about the treatment options? Okay, so this is what are some of the key concerns for the neurodegenerative disease. Okay, for the stroke, okay, we have mentioned two examples, right? Ischemic stroke and hemorrhagic stroke. Okay. So together, okay, can you tell me the risk factors? Also, okay, basic pathological reasons. Okay. Okay. And then when the person is under CT scan, okay, how to tell? Okay, based on the density, how to tell if it is having ischemic stroke or hemorrhagic stroke. Okay, 咁 ischemic stroke 應該係 hypodensity 啦 ，ischemic stroke hemorrhagic stroke 咧應該係 hyperdensity 嘅。OK， 咁我哋喺 ischemic stroke 講過有咩嘅 treatment options 啦，咁亦都喺 tutorial 有一啲比較長更加詳細嘅 discussions 啦。OK。Alright, so up to here, if there's no question, then yeah.